Hey Gemini, this is a general reading for you guys. Today is December 27th of 2018. And the first card that we have up is the Six of Wands in reverse, followed by the Ten of Cups in reverse. So it appears that maybe there is a loss that you're experiencing that's surrounding someone that you potentially saw happiness with and emotional fulfillment with. This didn't grow into fruition for whatever reason. Actually, there is a reason, and I'm kind of seeing it right now, but let me just continue with the King of Swords being here. Gemini, this represents you trying to think in the most logical fashion possible. And I know you can't see it because this is a recording, but there's a sword that cuts through a wand in which the king is kind of rising on. Like the wand is going through the king's body. This is like a serious deck. Like I love this deck. It's so emotional. It's called the Sweet Twilight Tarot by Christina Bendente. Yeah. So yeah, it basically shows the positive and the downside to each card, but overall leaving a sweet feeling at the end. Like no harm done, this is all a part of life. Anyways, with the King of Swords being here, so his logical thinking actually kind of fucks it up for him a little bit, to be honest. Although there is you know what I'm saying? Because he's actually facing someone else. His back is faced towards us in the card. And since we can't see his face, so he turned his back on someone based on logic. He didn't pursue someone based on logic, although he or she still views them from a distance and desires them so much, but there's something in him that's not letting him move forward. And to him, it's logic. To him, it's the right thing to do not to move forward, because he has a lot of things on his plate and he's not sure if this person is either going to add another burden or he doesn't know what. He just doesn't know. But he or she sees this person in a distance, and he desires her so much, which is kind of sad that he can't go to her. He can't walk towards her. He's like struck. He's like almost forbidding himself to do it. With the next card being the Death card upright, so he or she feels that he has to put this to rest, that there's nothing that's going to come about it, that there is an injustice, and it's always going to be that way because you've been dealing with this person for quite some time. The Death card, I'm sorry, not the Death card, the Ten of Swords, having an image of a casket and a little girl that's staring at the casket with flowers and a sword. So perhaps you are experiencing memories from the past of what could have been, maybe things you could have said when this love or situation was alive. But now you can't go back in time, or so you think, that you can't go back in time and fix this. It would be a lot to go back anyway, and to really reinvest some brand new seeds into this situation or person, because it's been brought all the way to the end. Like you took it to the end of the cycle and it wasn't manifested the proper way, because you, meaning cross watcher, or he or she, was always at a distance trying to think with logic and not fully opening your arms to this person that you truly admire and adore. Like I said, the 10 being that it's over. and that it's, it doesn't have to be painful, but it's still a sad memory for you. It's going to be sad to have this person only exist in your thoughts. And meanwhile, you know that it could have been more in reality. Like I said, the Justice card follows in reverse, so lacking justice in this situation. The next card that we have up is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So, and then it's the Four of Wands. So it looks like you were trying to offer this person a little something and they weren't having it. Maybe the effort that you put in was too little, so therefore it was little or no justice. So you kind of manifested, he or she kind of manifested the situation for themselves. But with the Four of Wands being here, you know that this person that you see in the distance, you can have something special with. A potential for family is there. But they cut you out because they thought that your efforts, like the energies could go vice versa, thought that your efforts were too little, and that your love wasn't proven when you see them from a distance and you don't take action on that love that you feel. And it's probably because you think somewhere in your heart or in your subconscious that love doesn't exist, and that it's just an idea that we all have and that we would like someday, but that it's not real. But I feel that what you don't know is that it can be made solid through actions. That's the next step. The seed is the idea and the belief in love, and the action is making it true. It's acting on that belief, acting on those images that you see in your mind when you vision that person in your life as a girlfriend or as a wife or as a boyfriend or husband. There has to be some action taken to make it real. So the Six of Wands is in reverse, like I first said, and is clarified by the Hanged Man, the Nine of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So the Six of Wands being in reverse with the Hanged Man. So you or the other person that you're involved with, that is in your thoughts, did not have a victory in this situation. There was a loss, right? And now the Hangman being here, it's like you don't know what to do next. The situation is still on your mind. It's like you can't really let it go. Like it's hard for you to let it go. With the Nine of Wands being here, you are still standing your ground though. You are still not willing to take the steps forward that you need to take to make this come true. So you're standing your grounds. Maybe you feel that you've done your part. And if it was little effort, like that's a part of the game, I think. Like to wheel that person in maybe, or Nine of Wands. Or maybe you feel like you would be overcompensating if you did more, and therefore you're justifying yourself, and you're like, I did enough. Anything else would be overcompensating, and I'm not overcompensating. But since this has to do with love is a big thing. So sometimes you have to kind of go big, right? And not give those little hints or those little chats or coffee dates or some other like cheap form or gesture. It's not enough. So the Nine of Wands is clarified by the Wheel. So because there was no action changing things, because there was no action taken, things are changing. I don't know what's with me. Yesterday and today I've been like not really speaking clearly, and it's so weird. All right, Wheel of Fortune. No action taken, so God or the universe, the divine being, takes the wheel. It's like, all right, fuck that. I gave you something, you didn't know what to do with it, or the other person didn't know what to do with it, and so now I'm going to change things around, and you are not going to know what the next move is going to be. You know why you're not going to know? Because you're not taking the next move. Because you're not planning on the next move anyway, so therefore you're not going to know. Only I'm going to know. And this is Gone with the Wind. and I am the win because I am the divine being. When you don't take action, I step in. All right? That's why you're not going to know, because you're not taking action. With the 10 of Cups in reverse, that was clarified by the 7 of Swords and the King of Wands. So there was some sort of deception here. Someone is not willing to admit the truth to themselves or the truth to someone else. And being that it's followed by the King of Wands, this could be you. Or this could be the person that you're dealing with that you see. The king is full of passion and has potential suitors that desire his passion and want his energy. So deception and the King of Wands. So maybe you feel that this person was deceiving you in some sort of way, like not coming clean to the truth about their life or about what they wanted with you, or vice versa. Maybe this was you doing that to them. The king is clarified by the Knight of Swords in reverse, the World card, and the 5 of Wands. So because you feel like you've been lied to, or maybe that person feels like they've been lied to, they low-key want to tell you off. They want to give you a piece of their mind. They're like, yo, we invested that little bit and we feel this much, and you're meaning to tell me that you're not going to take action? Like, you know what this could be. This could be popping, but you're not taking any action. You're not making any moves. So I'm pissed. And you know why else I'm pissed? Because it looks like on your social media or whatever, there's some other shit going on. Like you're talking to someone else or you're giving someone else attention. And you know why I'm pissed? Because that attention is not me. So this is that person feeling that way, or you feeling this way towards that person. And with the World card being here, it's a sad moment, like I said, but the World resembles some sort of completion, like you've learned a lot from this situation, and it's really sad, but you're going to move forward with all that you know and take it to the next level. And I'm not talking about next level with this person, because that's still like I said, 10 of Swords, it looks like it's coming to an end. Maybe both of you want to leave this in 2018. It's you've been dealing with it all year long. It's been one of your situations, and it didn't go anywhere. So World card followed by the 5 of Wands, internal conflict, and then the Death card about some ending, internal conflict about an ending. Internal conflict. You know, people see the 5 of Wands and there's usually more than one person battling in it, and they're like, oh, toe to toe with someone else, issues with another person. No, it's issues with yourself, because if you were feeling whole inside, you wouldn't have issues with another person. So both people involved in the situation, or one person, is having internal issues. All right. And like I said about the king, he likes to think logically, you know, and he sees love as an idea, and maybe he puts logic above love, you know. So there's internal issues, there's conflict now, because in reality we need love and we need logic, not just logic on a pedestal. Anyways, internal conflict about a death, and the final card, oh no, it's not the final card, but then the last card that we have in this row that I pulled is the 4 of Pentacles. So there's a death, all right. It's going to come to an end, or it's going to be transformed. There's only 2 options here, all right, because you guys reached a dead end. And 4 of Pentacles meaning you or the other person still wants to hold on. What does that mean? That means a transformation is what is left, right? Transformation is what is left. If you don't want to let go of this person, then it has to transform. Something has to give. Maybe your decisions or theirs. Maybe you're going to want to fight for this connection in some sort of way, or compromise just so this person can stay in your life. You do want this person in your life for sure. With the King of Swords was clarified by the Hermit, the Empress, and the King of Wands. All right. The only other person that was in this deck was the King of Wands. I'm sorry, the Queen of Wands. So there's a couple here, the King and the Queen of Wands. And then the King of Swords. Oh, my bad. And also the Queen of Swords. So there's two couples here. All right. This could be the same energy of you mirroring each other. Both of you wanting to deal with logic, and both of you wanting to sort out this passion. And I'm not talking about passionately in love, although you guys do have love for each other. I'm talking about passion. Even internal conflict is passion, just like something that you guys feel strongly about. King of Swords, like I said, clarified by the Hermit. So now you're forced to go within, in and dig around that internal conflict and maybe come up with a clear path and weed out some unnecessary shit, some unnecessary ideas that you've been holding. Just take all that shit out and go for what you want, maybe. With the Hermit being here, that's what you're going to be doing. And the Hermit is also, like I said, in thinking mode because he's going within. He's also a spiritual person because he's searching for the light. He's searching for clarity and truth about the situation, because if it wasn't real, it wouldn't weigh this heavy on your mind, right? But it does. And it does by choice too. So you're choosing to think about and kind of obsess too over the situation. So it must be real. And that's what you have to realize. It must be real. The Hermit card is clarified by the Empress. So going within about someone that you see as wifey or husband, someone that you admire, someone that has a lot to bring to the table, someone who basically can deal with a lot of things and deal with it very well. And maybe that's what you admire about this person. The Empress is also a beautiful person, internally and externally. So you're probably attracted to this person in both ways. And then the Empress is followed by the Queen of Wands. So, like I said, this could resemble the female in this matter, the female energy that you were thinking about, who is so beautiful, or vice versa, the male energy that you are thinking about. Wow, so beautiful. I really should have done something different, but I don't know what to do different because I feel like I'm being held back and I'm holding myself back. But in all reality, I feel like that's what I'm supposed to be doing, holding myself back. So a decision, therefore, has to be made with regards to whether you want to transform or not. Okay? All right, anyways, Geminis, this is your general reading, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, just type it in below. Thanks. Bye.